Hello everybody and welcome back to FrankScape. Today we're going to be farming a little bit of an Elon time. The man just won't stop giving, so it's like I heard someone say he's like a yearly crop apparently. So I just sign up for the farmers market here, just waiting for the yearly Elon crop where we just farm him and enjoy the fruits. So yeah, we're going to take a look at this video. This is basically ordinary gamer talking about Elon Musk drama related to Passive Exile 2, the fact that he was not really playing. He probably paid for an account. He did many things that he shouldn't been doing. So let's take a look at that.
Richest guy in the world and has a vagina larger than the blue whale? You guessed it,
Oh.
Elon Musk. Yeah, we're starting with the yellow dollar sign today. See, I like to live YouTube like it's Russian roulette, ladies and gentlemen. Whether it pays out, whether it doesn't matter, okay? We're here for the fun times, the laughs, the gaming, the Linux, the virtual machines, so on and so forth. Now, of course, ladies and gentlemen, why are we talking about Elon Musk Asmongold today? Well, it's because we've got some rather interesting...
I'm just gonna say, you gotta love that whenever Asmongold tells you the subject, it's like it expands. It just expands. And it just goes everywhere, and eventually this guy gets it and many other people get it, because I know Quinn made a video. I think he was one of the first ones. Took a minute to get around, but here we are.
Gamer news to
Gamer.
cover. Now, if you have ever played video games competitively, you know that video game competitions are no joke, okay? When it comes to video game, achievements, things like speedruns, things like getting the fastest nuke on Modern Warfare 2. If you lie about these strats, if you lie about these achievements, if you lie about any of these, you will be ostracized from the community and sent to the gallows. Obviously nothing that seriously, but yeah, we kind of take it seriously as gamers, okay? These are...
No, absolutely. If you were to pick a game, bro, why did you pick Passive Exile to do this? No, people are ruthless in this game. You always gotta approach, even me, you always gotta approach everything with a hint of, I kind of don't know what I'm saying. Because you never want to be too sure of what you're saying, because if you say the wrong thing and people just start dogpiling you, oh boy, it just gets angry.
Achievements. We want to make sure that the people who are earning the cred actually have earned the cred and they're not just posing around. Now, obviously, in this situation, Elon Musk has sort of been brought down into a pretty rather insane expose. Now, the actual reason why this got brought up with Elon Musk is about a couple days ago, there was a video released by a creator known as Quinn. Elon Musk is lying about being good at video games. Now, this ended up getting nearly 1 million views, and the reason it got 1 million views was Quinn did an excellent job digging into Elon Musk's Path of Exile 2 account and realizing that there's a very high chance this dude paid for the access. This guy paid for his position.
Really? I imagine they're gonna get into it, but for someone like Elon to even be in the top 10, top 50 hardcore characters, oh boy, like, you best be no life in this game. He ain't doing that, is he? Like, if he got time to be twittering around all the fucking day, then I don't. No, he paid for that.
Now, Elon's one of those guys where he runs multiple large companies, and he basically is operating Twitter on a daily basis, sitting in spaces, tweeting out nonstop. And in amongst all of that, he can find time to play video games at a high level like Path of Exile 2. Yeah. And to remind you, there is 24 hours in a human day. If Elon Musk is spending so much time where he's getting to the top of the leaderboards, one has to ask, is this guy actually doing any work at Tesla or SpaceX or Twitter, X, whatever? So anyways, he comes off and basically, if you look up some of older Elon interviews, he'll talk about how much of a gamer he is.
Games. At one point I was, maybe one of the best Quake players in the world.
You're actually like a world-class, incredible video game player.
Yeah.
One of the best Quake players.
One of the best.
I want to take Elon on a one-on-one Instagib at this point. Okay, let's try that out. I might be an Unreal Tournament player, but I think I can take on the world's richest man on some Quake. Anyways, to go into further over here, one of the things that, again, Quinn looked into was the Path of Exile leaderboards. Now, Path of Exile is a very recently released ARPG game. Similar to Diablo, you basically run around,
Oh
kill a whole
boy,
bunch of
is that
orcs,
him playing?
constantly get new loot, engage, upgrade your character,
Oh,
and you
Lord.
basically level up,
Look how
and
wide
you
his
go in
screen is.
harder and
Whoever
harder
this is,
runs,
look how
okay?
wide
It's
the
one of those
screen is.
games
That's
where
hilarious.
people compete on something known as a ladder. So this is the hardcore ladder where people are constantly gaining experience points to level their characters up. Now, one of the highest ranking players right now is one known as Naxon, who is level 98 with, I shit you not,
blood
3.8
mage.
billion points of
Billion
experience.
points
Remember, the
of
higher you go in
experience.
levels for Path of Exiles, the more experience you need. So this is literally a point where people who played this game are putting in hours upon.
Have you guys noticed something? Have you guys noticed something about the fact, look at the top players, okay? Look at this. I know it's tiny and you could probably cannot see, but trust me when I say, like, these are like clearly Asian names or names that clearly the website cannot recognize the characters of. And here's 1, here's 2, here's 3, here's 4, here's 5, here's 6, 7, 8. I'm just saying.
Literally a point
I'm
where
just
people who
saying, in
play
order
this
to be
game are
here, you
putting
best
in
know.
hours upon hours
You best have no life.
of time. You can go to actual Path of Exile 2 streamers on Twitch. You can click on effectively any one of these. Like, this is Dat Mods. This guy is also grinding hardcore SSF endgame. So if you actually go to his channel here real quick and you just look at how this guy streams pretty much on a daily basis, you will find out this guy is putting in like 10 hours, 10 hours, 10 hours,
10
10
hours,
hours.
10
and that's
hours.
not even as much time as you need. There are players
And
who
I'm
are
here
straight up
putting
playing
2
20,
hours, 3
sometimes
hours
the
at top, and
broadcast
here
can
this.
go up to like 40 hours. You basically have to
How can you play Passive Excel for 10 hours straight? I'll get there at some point, I guess.
play Path of Exile 2 every waking hour of
Uh-huh.
your fucking life
Uh-huh.
if you want to reach anywhere at the top echelons
There you go.
of these actual leaderboards.
There you go.
So at rank number 30 exists an account
Come
known
on,
as
Daddy,
Random
tell him.
9 number
Tell him, Daddy.
2886. And this is Elon's account, also at level 97.
Percy,
Now, the
goodbye,
reason why I
Percy.
said there's 24 hours in a fucking day is, what is this guy doing if all he does is play Path of Exile 2? Are you operating SpaceX? Are you operating Tesla? There were moments where this guy was apparently playing Path of Exile while arguing with government leaders and people on
Here's where being too famous gives you away. That's straight up. I mean, that's kind of the lesson here. You're so well known that you gotta have so many eyes looking at you, and people are just gonna call you out the moment you start bullshitting them.
Twitter Spaces. It's fucking insane. This guy is apparently either a god gamer or a complete fucking charlatan.
I hope we
so
go.
Again, it's not the amount of
I hope we go into the actual evidence.
hours somebody has played. It's also how good are they when it comes to the video game. Now, at this moment in time, one of the interesting things
here we
that
go.
people did after they started to question how this account actually belonged to Elon was, in order to see if this guy actually knew what he was talking about, they looked up old broadcasts. Now, Elon Musk streams on X, so he tests live streaming by playing Path of Exile. And it used to be games like Diablo 4, but I'll get to a bit of the gaming history as well, too. This video is going to be a little bit on the lengthy side. But they started looking into how this guy plays, and when he moves his map around, for instance, you'll see that normally this is the end game map screen for Path of Exile.
Look at this, look at this, look at this.
When you
Look at this. Connected. These 2 are not done yet. This is done. So connected. You could do this one, which you already completed, or maybe you're in progress. But the reason you can't do this one is because there's no connection to it. There's no literal connection. You will have to go here, and then here, and then here.
want to start up a new waystone, when you want to start up new runs or whatever, you need to be able to navigate this really quickly. When you play an MMO game for like hours on end, you should effectively be basically going like Jedi mode, point-to-point clicking, and just optimizing this. You know, I play a lot of Grand Theft Auto Online, and I can tell you right now, I can navigate through every single menu in that game
Look, this entire time he's been moving the mouse. Just keep washing the green mouse. Look at this
within
nonsense.
seconds, no matter what.
What is
Once
he
you have
doing?
that much screen time,
Dragging?
all
Okay.
these things become second nature.
And
the way
then,
that Elon is moving
are you
is
clicking? Click, click, click,
literally
click,
at the
click, click,
pace of
click,
a
click, click, click,
fucking
click.
snail. And it kind of shows you that maybe this is just one of many red flags you have to watch out for. So people started to look at how he was playing, and it wasn't exactly the most top-tier gameplay.
No,
Now, I'll leave it
let's
to
take a
Quinn
look.
and a few of the other Path of Exile people who have analyzed his gameplay, because there were moments where he wasn't even able to identify
Here we go.
or properly explain why some items in his build were actually the best possible items you could have at any moment.
Let's see that staff. Wait. I want to see that staff. I want to see the staff. So 40% physical damage. Look, it got 289, 498 damage or physical damage. So that's a really high physical damage. It's a 62, so it could be a lot better. But still, look at that, 177. I have one that has 200. But I don't have that 2745 physical. Ooh, I wish I had that. And then you got the accuracy, you got the critical chance, you got the critical chance bonus, and then the attack speed. My G, this is a dream staff,
Build were
bro.
actually the best possible items.
That's
you
a
could
dream
have
staff
at
right
any
there.
moment. This guy had no idea how his allegedly paid-for account even operated. Now again, there's no code red, debt to rights proof that this account is entirely bought for. But I would say on a personal level, if you had to put my entire net worth, my life on the line, okay, like you had to put a gun
would
to my
too.
head and ask me, do I think Elon paid for this account or he naturally played it
Abso-fucking-lutely.
himself? I would say that he most likely paid for this account on a personal belief. Okay?
Yes,
And I'm
yes.
not trying
I
to catch no defamation charges
personally
from somebody
believe
as
as
petty
well.
as Elon Musk.
Yeah,
and
he's
when
petty.
I talk about pettiness, that brings us to the next stage.
Oh,
in the
we got a
story.
part two.
No way he played that account. Like, I'm sorry. I think he bought the account or somebody played it for.
Dude, I agree. I absolutely agree. I get it, Zach. Zach
also
saying that
agree.
is basically like somebody saying the Earth is fucking round. All right, like at some point when you actually look at how much effort he put into it, it doesn't scream, it actually being real. For example, on a separate game, one that I have more of a connection to, something like Rainbow Six Siege. Now, this is my account on Rainbow Six Siege, Power Bottom Dad. You can see the last game I played was
what?
September
Oh,
17th.
nice name.
I tried getting back into the game, just didn't get into it. They've changed a lot of stuff that, not even relevant to this video. But you can see that my highest actual peak was Platinum 3. Now, if all of a sudden I had basically recorded a video or started streaming on an account that was champion level, which is the highest level in the game, anybody could see me playing Rainbow Six and realize Muda
Yeah.
doesn't know how to play at that champion level. He's not checking the rooms
Yeah, it
right.
gives you
He's not
self-away.
picking the right operators for the job. He doesn't
I see the point he's making. He's taking a little bit forever to make that point. But yes, we agree. If you play to a professional level account, or if you play a professional level account, people already know what a professional player looks like. Reaction, shooting, behavior, etc. Same thing goes with Path of Exile to a certain degree. Maybe not to like an FPS level of like, we can analyze its players' tactics and whatnot, but you can clearly tell when someone's been playing a game for a long minute. Everything is fast because time is money, literally. You only have so many times, so it really comes down to how many maps can I do in an hour, for example. That's literally the goal. Like you set yourself certain goals and parameters in order to try and just get things done as effectively as possible. And the fact that we
the
have
required
Elon,
map knowledge. Anybody can instantly identify if somebody is a fraud based on anything, which is why buying an account and like streaming with it is equivalent to like streaming with hacks.
he could have gotten away with it if it would have changed a couple of things. But not the hardcore character. Hell no. No one was going to believe him from the get-go. Like, hell no. He could have gotten away by just simply making a standard character and just taking it, getting it to a really high level. That alone would have been greatly admirable by the community, and no one would have given him shit. But
It's just so
We gotta
fucking
brag.
obvious for anybody watching that, why would you even do it? It's like, why even go after such easily discreditable stuff, right? Instead of like owning up and going, yeah, I made a mistake, he instead doubles down
There
and just
you go.
starts lashing out and crashing on the community. So
Starts
Elon
lashing
says,
out at the passive
Asmon
Exile 2
behaves
community.
like a maverick independent, but in reality he has to ask his boss for permission before he can do anything. He is not his own man. So I was like, oh wait, what? What do you
What
mean
kind
he
of
has to ask a
insult is
boss?
this?
What did that even come out to?
This sounds like a fucking insult you would say in the, at the round table next to King Arthur or something like that. Sire, you are quite a delirious buffoon, incapable of the most masculine subtask. Like,
Well,
what?
Elon decides to, by the way, violate the terms of service on X and
Oh,
leak private
Not entirely
DMs.
sure about that. We can
and
find
say,
video class. So whatever.
I'm going to see if my editors might want to make a second account for it even. Sure. Who are these mysterious editors? Two guys. They basically run the entire YouTube account. So basically any content I post is edited or uploaded by them, and they just get a cut of the ad revenue. So Elon goes, interesting. I don't
Interesting.
know how an editor that you employ to
So in other words, Elon has no idea how YouTube works.
cut content and splice it onto your YouTube channel counts as your boss. Like, it's a pretty standard practice on the internet.
No, they
you know?
they work
But
for
it kind
you.
of goes back to the 24-hour thing. I don't have editors on my channel. Everything here is like my own thing. I use YouTube as a hobby. This is not a job for me, okay? Like, I work a regular job every day. I go to my office, I work, I come home, I cut together the video that I recorded the night, or 2 nights or whatever before, and I post that on the internet. It is a therapeutic, fun thing for me. So that's why when I get demonetized,
What a therapeutic thing you have, my boy.
Wise, like, maybe it's a 10 out of 10, doesn't bang in the algorithm as much. It doesn't really affect me, okay? I just enjoy what I do. And it makes me wonder, like, how somebody like Elon is able to, again, do time management. I require a high degree of time management to do all of this.
I am working on that. I need time management as well.
To do a job, to live and deal with my family, to do YouTube requires me to pretty much regiment my time out at a very strict level. How is somebody who is just sitting down allegedly playing Path of Exile 2 for like fucking 20 hours a day, managing 2 large companies, and then somehow trying to fit his way in to helping run the US government down the road?
I can't. I personally can't. I don't have to run the U.S. government, but just having a job and trying to build in Passive Exile, it takes so much time away from you, from your loved ones, etc., etc. Everyone gets pissed at you. You can only play for so long unless you're single. And then there's only 24 hours a day.
fucking insane. And the more and more you start to look at Elon, the more and more these cracks start going through. And it's funny too, like down the road, it's crazy that like Elon Musk's biggest ball washer jumps in, Ian Miles Wong, and he goes, you shouldn't have to justify yourself to these people, but it's nice that you've got receipts to prove your gaming credentials, a receipt being that he apparently did like a world record Diablo run. Ian Miles Chong is a definition of the greatest dick sucker that I've ever seen. I've never seen a human being suck a cock so fucking good as this man. This guy is the most American wannabe grifter. He's never even set foot in the country. How hard is it to fucking buy a plane ticket to the United fucking States of America and at least experience the country you jerk off so much, okay? Like, goddamn, insane. This guy is the biggest grifter I could imagine. And to give you an idea, Elon responds, I'm on hundreds of streams on YouTube, Twitch, playing live with the world's best players. No other way to say this, while Asmon is good at caustic commentary and making fun of people.
A caustic commentary making fun of people. He's not good at video games, my G.
He's just not good at video games.
Dude, you're
Thank
picking
God
up the wrong
Twitter
fight.
has community notes because
Please.
they dug up every fucking achievement Asmon had. You know,
Yeah, that's what I mean. You're picking a fight with the wrong guy.
I may not agree with everything Asmongold says, but it's hilarious that this grifting shithead is saying, like, oh, this other gamer is not as legit as me. Bro, your account is clearly botted. Okay?
You gotta love that this guy's so unfiltered. Even me, I have a certain degree of filter, but he just doesn't care.
Yeah, I'm sorry to say, it's very clearly botted. Like, it is what it is. At least Asmon in this situation understands gaming concepts and can play a video game at a relatively decent level, okay? I think recently he'd like 100%ed on hard all of like Metaphor ReFantazio. Like, the guy understands video games. Elon Musk likes to jump on the trendy video games and
Yep.
pretend to be the top tier player.
Yep.
You know, like years ago when like the Cybertruck was being revealed and he was showing like Cyberpunk running in a Tesla, I would love to ask him like what the basic plot points of Cyberpunk 2077 is, because I don't even think this dumb fuck has made it past the actual start screen. To be honest with you,
I bet he hasn't
you know,
played the
and
game at
most
all.
people probably have realized too, like Elon Musk is just a pretty dog shit player in most games too. Like when I talk about trendy games, even with games like Elden Ring, which most people jump into, like it's a hard game from FromSoft, I have several hours in this game. I actually platinumed Elden Ring like I want to say a week within its release, around a week. And I played the game nonstop. I understand all of its concepts. I understand what to do. I did like new game pluses. I was in this game. I just shouted the Earth Tree like as soon as it dropped. Game was like consuming my life.
I'm not gonna lie, guys, but I haven't played Elden Ring yet. I know it's kind of a low-key sin, but we'll get there.
So,
We'll repent.
you know, Elon tweets out his build, equipped load will be lower if fast roll is needed. And he shows a build where he doesn't even like properly like figure out what items that should be placed within it. Like he doesn't really have the item set up properly. Like he doesn't really have any thought put into his build. You look at his stats, and it just doesn't seem like somebody who gives a shit about a video game. He jumps in, tours into this, doesn't really give a crap, wants to get all the praises, but he plays like an actual turbo tar. It's insane. I love this one too, where it's like fucking, you know,
A list
one
of
guy's
games
like, list
I
of
have
games
not
I've not played,
played.
all the Grand Theft Autos, right? Elon's like, tried, but I don't like doing crime. GTA 5 required shooting police officers in the opening scene. Just couldn't do it. You know what I said? The man had a bigger vagina than the blue whale. This is what I'm talking about, bro. How are you gonna buy a
Bro,
game
this
called
is the second
Grand
time.
Theft Auto?
Wait,
Put
wait.
it into your system.
Wait, boys. Give me a sec. How big is a blue whale's vagina? Blue whale, it says several feet long and wide. Damn, that's one hell of a...
And not expect to shoot a cop. It's a video game, bro. I wonder, you want to give this guy a heart attack at 50? Put up No Russian in Modern Warfare 2. See if he can get through shooting up an entire
I'm just saying. It takes a lot to beat a whale.
airport. And of course, resident ball washer comes in and goes, "I'm glad shooting cops in Cyberpunk 2077."
It's completely off the... Oh, God, this
finished GTA.
guy is just
Really?
slurping.
And then people dug up that he wrote like 255 articles covering GTA 5. And again, how to evade police in the game single player mode. So yeah, again, when it comes to these lying grifters, okay, it's very easy to pick them apart. Like, I love video games. I genuinely have never jumped in and made videos, and I'm probably going to make a couple more videos like this about some rather unsavory figures in this space, where, again, it's people who jump into the world of gaming. They have no idea what gaming really is. They just use it as a front for their culture war, and they really just take a shit on
All
the
over the
discussion
place.
of video games in general, right? They
And then
always
people
bring up
call
like,
you
woke
out,
politics,
and then you
crazy,
just-
stupid shit. They never are
And then you want to pretend you didn't do anything once you get called out, right?
able to just properly decipher, discuss these things. It's just used as a medium for them to have their culture war battles. Insane shit, okay? But again, to go back to old Asmin here, Asmin, after a spat, apparently seemingly had his checkmark removed.
Oh,
which
no.
doesn't really shock me. Like,
No.
I remember, like, even a
Check
couple, like, weeks
mark.
ago, there were, like, people, like, highly, like, super right-wing accounts that, like,
Can't live
got
without
into a
the check
discussion
mark.
with H-1B visas about, you know, with Elon Musk. And all of a sudden, Elon Musk was like, I love H-1B visas. I love hiring people for indentured servitude. And, you know, all the right-wing people were like, we keep the jobs here. You know, it was a whole argument. And of course, anybody who disagreed with Elon suddenly were like, oh, my payouts don't really seem to be as high as they used to. Or, ooh, X is finally cracking down on my obvious bigoted speech. Yeah, Elon just didn't like you anymore. Okay?
Yeah,
Simple as that.
essentially.
See, this guy, when you trust him for free speech, it's hilarious because for him, free speech only matters is as long as you're
As
like
long as
Ian
you agree
Miles
with him.
Strong on both your knees without any knee pads on, sucking this dude off, licking the balls, kissing the gooch all day.
See, the only thing I pray Elon Musk about is literally the SpaceX, and let's be honest, he's just a figure. He's probably not doing anything. I mean, he's probably just saying, I have this idea. Can you guys do this? And they're like, I mean, yeah, if you put enough money to it, we can do anything. Will it work? We don't know. But sure, Elon said it.
every day. It's insanity, okay? That's not free speech. That's you wanting to be the cool kid in class all the time, even though you're the fucking court jester. Now, at the end of all of this, ladies and gentlemen, to go further into this, it started off as like a little gaming spat, but honestly, the more and more you look into like Elon Musk, it's not just the gaming that really hits
It's
you.
literally everything.
One of the things that kind of blew me away from like, just basically being like, I think Elon's a cool guy, is as somebody who is a computer, engineer, somebody who understands computer code, for instance, hearing Elon talk about computers and anything code related is actually mind-bogglingly stupid. So this is like 2 years ago when Twitter was like first purchased, and he was basically being grilled about what was wrong with Twitter's code, what was wrong with Twitter's stack. Listen to this one.
I mean, I think, frankly, if you want to have a really high velocity of features, I think we'll just need to do a total rewrite of the whole thing.
Wait, seriously, a total rewrite. That's your prediction for velocity.
And that's a really good response, actually. It's like, you want to totally rewrite the code? Like, I mean, what kind of junior coding response is that? What is wrong with the code? Exactly like pointed out. And this is where Elon was basically grilled just a tad, and it made him go absolutely apeshit.
Yeah.
Well, when you say a total rewrite, do you mean starting with the skeleton, or a bunch of engineers sit down with a whiteboard and say, what is Twitter? Revolution or reform?
I mean, I just mean like literally, like there's like you could either try to amend the crazy stack that exists.
Why does he remind me of someone I know?
When you say crazy stack, what do you mean? Like, break it down.
Oh, you don't like that?
Have you seen George's like diagram?
No. I mean, like, what do you mean by crazy? No, seriously. Come on, buddy. Come on.
Who are you?
What do you mean? Who am I? I don't know. You gave me the fucking mic. I got no.
I didn't give you the mic.
Whoa! I'm doing the mic, and let's keep it civil in my space.
I mean,
this is great.
Yeah.
Like what? No, man. You're in charge of the servers and the programming, whatever. Like, what is the stack? Elon?
Keep things technical in my space, please.
Take me from top to bottom. What does the stack look like right now? What's so crazy about it? What's so abnormal about this stack versus every other large-scale system on the planet, buddy? Come on, give it to me.
All right. So first off,
amazing. Wow, you're a jackass.
Oh,
okay. Wow, you're a jackass. Now that escalated pretty quickly. And to give you an idea, if you ever worked in like any job computer programming related,
so insecure, bro. So
you
insecure.
probably have like really went through some PTSD the last like 30 seconds, because Elon sounds like any boss that will just like hear the trendy buzzword like, oh, a stack.
Yeah.
Ooh, something's wrong with that old stack. We got to fix the stack. Now I'm going to give you guys a crash course on what a programming or like any stack really is. So for instance, one of the most common stacks available is something known as LAMP, which stands for a set of programs, a set of software you need to, for example, LAMP, the actual stack we're going to discuss here, is designed for building websites and web applications and so on and so forth. Okay, a pretty massive part of the internet, something all of us interact with on a daily basis. Heck, you're doing it right now. So again, a LAMP stack is L for Linux, okay? You've got A for Apache, which is your web server. You've got M for MySQL for database management, and you've got P for, again, PHP. So these are just stacks. And again, it's different stacks, so you can be working in a place. But generally speaking, there's like a set of stacks that people know. So when you ask somebody, like, what the fuck is wrong with the stack? Like, what aspect of it is wrong? Is there something wrong with Linux? Something wrong with the web server?
Yeah,
That's
I mean,
when you
it's
hit
a
up with
legitimate
Elon,
question.
because he doesn't know what the fuck he's talking about. Immediately starts lashing out at people. Right? And sure, you could argue the other guy he's talking to is condescending, but anybody would be condescending. When
Anybody
with
would
somebody
be.
Who is just literally trying to
Because they literally can tell immediately that you don't know what the fuck you're
bullshit their way
talking
through
about.
something that is so evidently simple. And even beyond all of it, one of the things that I found out too was like through a Dogecoin co-creator, right? One of these guys calls Elon a grifter who couldn't even run basic code. And what kind of basic code? Well, according to the co-creator, Palmer, he actually talked about why Elon Musk could not run the script. So Elon reached out to me to get a hold of the script, and it became very apparent quickly that he didn't understand coding as well as he made out. He asked, how do I run this Python script? So again, after I gave him the script, I wasn't a fan of him. He's a grifter. He sells a vision in hopes that he can one day deliver what he's promising, but he doesn't know that. And that's way true if we're talking about things like Tesla full self-driving and the days of the robotaxi and all of these.
We burned the hell out of Musk right there.
Crazy promises. If
Smells
you own a Tesla,
musky.
A lot of them have still remained completely fucking unmatched.
Like, it seems we're kind of derailing all over the place. We're talking about passive exile a second ago, and now we're just literally talking about generalities of Elon Musk and all his stupidities.
To, like, Python scripts, just
which
to
is fine, but
back, if this guy cannot, if this
we get back in subject,
is true, and he can't even run a Python script, something that you probably learn now in like a 11th grade, like high school, like computer programming class. This guy is just a fucking poser. And that's one of the things, it's one of the reasons why, like, when he was building electric cars, I'm like, cool, you know, he knows his things. And I still believe Elon knows things about electric cars because, yes, Tesla is still, from what I understand.
I mean, just like any other CEO and high-ranking person, he probably has a general understanding of how things work, but not a complete at all. Probably 1 out of 4 knowledge, I would say.
At the top of their game. They're getting more competition, but they're still doing good. Do I think Elon knows about space rockets? Probably not, but he knows how to hire people that know about space rockets. And that's why SpaceX, from my understanding, does pretty well. And that's why they keep winning government contracts. And they've genuinely changed and made space travel more efficient than it used to be. But when it comes to things like programming, that's where, at least as soon as you're jumping into the space and you're looking into this guy and you think, whoa, he's like this crazy smart dude, and you start peeling back some of the BS, it becomes readily apparent you're dealing with an actual grifter, not somebody who is like this crazy tech messiah, or at least whatever he wants
guy messiah,
which again is important. Now, if you're a gamer, somebody who Elon is most likely appealing to, because Elon is currently engaged in the most insane culture wars, Elon is using gamers and gaming as a whole in order to push all of his narratives, and it's finally because of this shit like this Path of Exile too that people are looking at him and going, yeah, this guy's kind of a fucking idiot. I mean, it should have been pretty evident too, like literally
show the chaos, show the chaos
of like last year when like Elon literally was talking about building an AI game company to make games great again. Okay,
we need a video gamer voting block.
Too many game studios are owned by massive corporations. So again, a massive corporation hosted by the richest guy in the world is suddenly also going to start a game company. I mean, how is that any different? XAI is starting a game studio to make games great again. So they're working on building AI to accelerate human scientific discovery, guided by our mission to advance our collective understanding of the universe. Now, at the end of all this video is getting long enough, but a guy who is willing to be so shady and not transparent about, you know, something as simple as video games has at least me genuinely worried about another project that he's working on that is far more serious than video games, you know, petty internet, you know, slap fighting, something known as the Department of Government Efficiency. Now, for anybody that doesn't know, Doge is a basically proposed presidential advisory commission that apparently is designed to trim down the fat, or, you know, the budget of the government, right? So the idea of Doge has been linked to Trump's campaign promises to cut federal spending and reduce the size of the government and the size of the federal fiscal deficit. So again, the people who are going to be chairing this is Elon Musk and Vivek Ramaswamy, okay? 2 billionaires in the United States. Now again, both of these guys have severe controversies regarding the businesses that they've ran. But when it comes to Elon Musk, Musk said Americans are welcome to bombard him with suggestions for where he should wield his axe. So you can jump into, I guess, live streams and basically decide what to cut, okay? Interesting. Anybody can just have a laissez-faire. You know when people talk about the fall of Rome? This might be it. Anytime the public thinks we're cutting something important or not cutting something wasteful, just let us know, he wrote, adding that all actions of the Department of Government Efficiency will be posted online for maximum transparency. You know, it'd be interesting how a man who gets so much subsidies from the federal government is now going to be in charge of deciding how that federal budget gets spent.
About transparent.
But if he's not transparent about his video game nonsense, like something so low risk, something that doesn't even matter in the grand scheme of things.
Oh, Lord.
Do you as an American trust
No,
this guy
no,
with
no.
being transparent about how he's going to chop up federal spending. It's crazy how we've had billionaires who are basically turning America into a complete oligarchy, like a very transparent
I
oligarchy.
rather
Like,
deep
just jump in,
this
buy your way
thing
into power.
than
You know, if some foreigner came to
than
my country,
trust
okay, and just
Elon Musk.
bought his way into my government, or at least into the ear of my leadership, I think that would be a serious cause of concern that I think most people should be raising. But we live in a world where, again, it's all people fighting left versus right. Nobody is really looking at these things from a real, proper, actual, I guess you could say, nuanced perspective. Everyone just needs to be a part of a culture war and fight each other, and that's pretty much what it comes down to. But again, I'm getting way out of the scope of how I started
Yep.
this video.
All right,
Elon
so
Musk,
we're
in
pretty
my
much done here.
personal
I'm already
opinion,
bored.
is a lying sack of shit.
Yeah, he
And
is.
at the end of the day, do I think he's some evil guy? Probably not. You know,
Not.
to be fair, I think
But
when
he's
it comes
still
to evil,
a
you know,
kind of a
I look at
POS.
people like Peter Scully. You know, that guy's evil. Hitler, that guy's fucking hella evil. Okay, there's a lot of people that
Look, we get it. All right, we get it. Thank you for the video. Now, my final thoughts on this. My G, oh Lord, Elon Musk. Elon Musk is someone that cannot be trusted with certain things. Elon Musk, sadly, is the type of person that just wants to be recognized among the ages as the Messiah that fixed the world, essentially. Which he has obviously done a lot of good things for the world, and I mean, he has done his share of bad things for the world. But he's no Keanu Reeves, let's be honest, okay? That's number one. He's no Keanu Reeves, okay? So it seems like he's just trying to climb at Keanu's legs and be liked and well loved by everyone. But the reality is that he shows his insecurity every single time. He doesn't really take much, like he says, to just peel those BS layers, so you can actually get to the real man. And we didn't get to see much of the footage of it. I guess go ahead and look at Quinn's video if you want to see the footage. But this man is like avoided very obvious current salute. He avoided so many things. He was playing very weird and erratically. He didn't know what he was clicking. He didn't know what he was doing. So why do you gotta brag? It just makes you look bad. And like he said at the same time, he's like, you're running Doge, and you're the person in charge of transparency when you yourself suck at being transparent. Yeah, you know, I love SpaceX. I love what they're doing, but do I love the Musk? He's just another douche. I mean, he's just another person with an overinflated ego, another rich millionaire with an overinflated ego, which is fine, I suppose. I mean, that's kind of what they do, right? But you know, don't try to bullshit us, because that just doesn't get anywhere. It's just pointless. This entire thing is pointless. But the fact that it was him makes it really stupid. Like really, really, like, oh Lord, this was bad. But yeah, that's my opinion on this. I think Elon Musk should stop trying to be a super pro gamer XX, and he just should definitely humble himself out a little bit. And yeah, that's about it. It's really, god damn, Elon Musk. Yeah, thank you very much for joining me in this video here. I actually had a lot of fun and learning things and making fun of Elon. If you like this type of video, please go ahead and I guess leave a comment down below, subscribe, make me happy. All right, I'll see you in the next one. Take care.